Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
What do you think goes through a man's mind that likes all your Instagram stories all the time, but will not say anything ever, will not message you, text nothing? What do they think is gonna happen? Do they think we're gonna do something? Do they think we're gonna reach out?
No, like they don't expect you to like anything because it's just a like. They like one of your pictures and they move on with their lives because it's a like. It's not that important. Someone in her comments said the same thing. A like isn't flirty. A like is just cool. And then this wonderful lady replied with, okay, I'm talking the flirty ones. Oh, those ones. Well, why didn't you say that in the beginning? Because now it makes sense. You're talking about those men who click like on your pictures in a flirty way. Yeah, those ones.
If you're a millennial or older, I have some very unfortunate news for you. This emoji right here. What do you use it for? It's funny, right? Nope. Nope. Apparently that shows that we're old, and apparently the younger crowd, they use these. I would just like to point out that the millennials basically invented emojis. I think. I'm pretty sure.
That's actually a good point, even though you're not really sure. But I would also like to point out how I really don't give a it's an emoji. If Gen Z wants to have their feelings hurt because of an emoji, then oh no. I hope some Fs are gonna fall from the sky and I'll pick one and give it to them.
I'm newly single and I turned 34 this summer. And when am I supposed to be having kids? Because I don't want a teen pregnancy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm absolutely still a child bride. Like, what do you... Like, I still call my mom all the time. Like, what am I... Which side of the letter does the postage go on? Do you know what I mean? I've raised my dog. My dog, I've had him for 10 years. He's doing great. He's going to college next semester. But getting pregnant now, I'm 33. I think once I turn 40, I'll be 30. Do you know what I'm saying? Teen pregnancy currently, 40 will be like, I'll be 30. And I'll be like, I'm ready. But isn't that just silly how biology hasn't caught up in that way? Because what are we doing? Because here's the thing, I'm an only child. So I really think I would like one, because I think I'll be old one day and be like, oh, I regret not doing that. But being teen pregnancy just like wasn't in my future.
Yeah, in case you've missed it, let's hear it again.
But isn't that just silly how biology hasn't caught up in that way?
Oh no, yeah, you're absolutely right. Biology hasn't caught up with your brain. Biology, as in science, needs to catch up with. Yeah, isn't TikTok great? What's even worse than this is other grown women went in her comment section and they all agreed. I love TikTok.
I'm really glad we've opened up this dating conversation, so let's talk. A lot of people in the comments as well have said how they've also done a PhD, we're of similar ages, and we either are just like sick of the dating scene, don't enjoy dating, people get intimidated because you have a PhD, or you just kind of, it feels just lackluster, and you just simply don't want to date. Because I said in my original video that I just don't really want to talk to men, but I find it so contradictory in my brain, because I'm like, I love going to the pub, I love going out, I love talking to people, I love meeting new people, and I do enjoy men. As much as I'm like, I will absolutely talk about misogyny and the bad things men do, I'm very aware of that, but at the same time, I've got a beautiful man in my life, I've got a lot of male friends, and like, you know, there are good men out there, listen, there is. But when it comes to me, actually, my idea in my head of dating, and this is, I think, deep-rooted in me as a person, and it goes back way back when, I mean, spoke to my therapist about this kind of situation, but as soon as you class something as dating, or there's that boundary cross where I'm like, oh, it could be more intimate, I'm like, no. I don't know why. That's why I'm so much more better. I am so much better if I meet people out. The idea of dating apps, I hate. I hate small talk. Don't talk to me about your day. But women are busy. Women are intelligent people. I'm busy. I have loads of hobbies. I want to give up my hobbies and my free time to just like waste time dating, and just like, I don't enjoy that process. I always joke, I'm like, where am I going to fit a man into my life other than, you know? But seriously, it's like, I do want to like date and things, and like, it's enjoyable, and obviously then if you find the right person, it doesn't really become a chore, you're not giving anything, oh, blah, 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 blah. But like, it has to be the right person. And to find the right person, you kind of have to try. I just assume they're going to appear.
That's usually what happens. Some men will just knock on your door and say, hey, you want to be my girlfriend and feed me into your, hey, you know. Still not really sure what having a PhD has to do with anything other than that you managed to convince each other that would be a reason why a man would say no. Unless that PhD stands for prostate horrific disorder, which translates into a huge pain in my... That is not the reason why a man would stay away from you.
So a girl that was my best friend about 8 months ago said something that has stuck with me, and it's men should start out in prison and then earn their way out. And I'm going to add to that, and it's men should start in prison and earn their way out, and women should start in a mental hospital and earn their way out, because then men learn how to be like self-sufficient. They learn how to do laundry, cook, clean, take care of things. They have to study, do all of that good stuff. And then women, if they start in a mental hospital, then they come out like emotionally regulated or medicated. So either way, it's a win. And I think that would make life 10 times better, personally. So yeah, vote for me for president.
No, and there was never a time throughout our entire history in which you were more medicated than in 2025. So you really don't need to start in a Looney Tune hospital. As for men starting in prison and work their way out, that's just a bunch of women that convince each other that all men are bad and I need to somehow prove myself I'm not. No. How about I just stay away from you instead and let you cry you can't find a good man?
Okay, I have a question for you that needs a really honest answer. And I don't want to come across as naive, and I don't want to come across as already having made a judgment. But do men do nice, kind things, like be helpful and available for women without wanting anything in return? And I don't mean current boyfriends or husbands or like a brother or a father. I mean just, I don't know, like maybe a neighbor or something. Do they offer to do kind, genuine things for you without wanting anything in return, or like without an ulterior motive? Like, are they just doing it because they're kind and want to be helpful? Or actually, is there another agenda there? Please be honest. Let me know.
Being honest is not a problem. Hearing it and dismiss it because it's not what you wanted to hear is. Men do nice things for women, always did and probably still will, without expecting anything in return. You've mentioned neighbor. If you ever lived in an apartment building, none of your neighbors who happen to be a man held the door open for you, that is a nice gesture. Or used to be before you started yelling that it isn't. But even still, he didn't need it to do that. He just did. Will men offer to do nice things? Of course not. We don't know what you might need help with that day. If you ever need help with anything, just ask.
I've seen a lot of videos about people saying that like less attractive women are having a really hard time finding a mate. And my first thought is like, there's so many unattractive men, like so many out there. But the problem is they're looking at women who are far out of their league on social media.
Bro, just go look in a mirror.
If you live alone, you can probably relate to this. What the fuck? There is so much life admin to do, and there is just not enough of me to do it. Take out the trash, unload and reload the dishwasher, clean the floors every day because there's dust coming from God knows where. Do the laundry, put away your clothes. And obviously when I get ready every morning, I make a mess, so I have to clean that up. Make your bed. You know what? No, I'm done with that. Then you have to like do deep cleans of like the bathroom and the showers and the kitchen, like regularly. And on top of all that, you have to eat. So you have to go grocery shopping. You have to bring home the groceries. You have to unload the groceries. Then you have to use the groceries before they all expire, because everything expires in like 2 days. And then once you use them, you have to clean up the mess that you made, which is like a whole nother fiasco. And on top of all that, you also have to work really hard because living alone is freaking expensive and you have no one to split your bills with. And then on top of all that, you also have to take care of yourself. So you have to work out and you have to do your skincare routine and you have to get sleep and you have to relax and you have to hang out with your friends because you want a social life, because life is freaking boring if all you do is admin work. It's so much work. Like it's so much work.
I can only hope I get to say this before I burst into tears. You had me on your side from the beginning, but you completely won me over when you said you have to sleep. Like, oh my god, oh the horror. I bet men in their audacity don't even sleep. And even though some may sleep, I bet it's so much easier for men to sleep than women. Dude, we absolutely need to bring that patriarchy down, because a girl has to eat when she lives alone. Like, OMG, like, how much can a single girl endure?
Have you seen men in the clubs? Have you seen men in the clubs? Oh, good God. Have you seen it? Have you seen them? Stood in the corner with their drinks like this. And sometimes they bop a little, like. Shouldn't be allowed. You shouldn't be in there. What are you doing in there? Why are you here? You shouldn't be in there. Because, see, me,
Yeah, unfortunately for me, I see you. Seriously, ladies, for the love of God, can you please stop doing whatever that is to your faces? But as to your point, yeah, I would get pretty butthurt too if I used to get drinks for free and now men sit in the corner with their drink and they don't offer me one.
Just feels absolutely amazing to finally spread my legs and be the person that I know I am musically.
You just said spread your legs.
I just said spread spread my wings.
Spread your legs and fly, little birdie, I bet she wanted to say. But you can't fight that first instinct, because you just can't. Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.